and blessings, everyone. Welcome to the Humble Servant Homestead. Guys, today we are out here getting ready to do a full garden update and tour for you guys today. Now, it have been so many stuff here in the garden that I just did not show on camera, but today is the day that we're going to take you all the way around from the top side to the bottom side, guys. And so right now I'm actually right here at the gate of the garden where we walk in. So, and at the gate, what we have right here at the gate is our strawberries. Now, I want to say these strawberries have not been looking so good for maybe about a week or so. We have some goats over there. We have one goat that come to realize she figure out that, hey, these strawberry leaves are very tasty. And so every day we have to just come out here constantly running her out of the strawberry patch. So right now our strawberry patch is looking very ugly, and so this is it here. But you know what, they should bounce back eventually, guys. And we have harvested so many strawberry off of these plants here. Okay, and then so what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna work our way on down to where we planted our potatoes. Okay, now come on down. This is another little ugly side of the garden here that we're gonna show y'all today. Okay, and so right here is where we planted our potatoes. Now, I know y'all do not see any greenery or anything like that here. Actually, these potatoes have died back, and actually today I'm gonna go ahead and harvest these potatoes here to see what we have underneath. Now, these sweet potato here, they had so many,
Not sweet potatoes.
well, excuse me, but these potatoes right here, the frost came and knocked them back like 2 times, but we're gonna go ahead and open up the ground and see what they're doing, and we have that on a video for you guys to see how these potatoes did here. But nonetheless, we're gonna move on over here to our onions, and so we are just working our way on inside of the garden. So right here is our onion beds. All right. Now, these onions here for us this year on the homestead has been moving very slow for us, and I think it has to do something with the soil, guys. This right here was some compost that I went out and, ordered from a nursery, and also I amended it with a little bit of peat moss and different stuff like that. But this soil here, it drained so fast. And so my onions, they are kind of struggling just a little bit. But come next year, or come when we harvest these here, what we are going to go ahead and do, we're going to rebuild this soil back. And I already have the right stuff that I'm going to be putting in here to build the soil back up. But nonetheless, you can see here we have some real nice bulbs that are coming. They can be a little bit bigger, but nonetheless, guys, like I said, coming out here in this garden here, I am thankful for whatever I'm blessed with, So, and I'm pretty sure they'll be just as tasty and nice inside of the kitchen when my wife get ready to cook something with them. Now, when I planted these onions here, I planted them on the intention to come back in and maybe thin them out a little bit, but we did not do that as well. But I really, really believe that it has a lot to do with the soil this year that we use on these onions here.
Yeah, but they're not bad considering that they were started from seed. So to be honest, they are a decent size.
Yeah, and they still have a little bit more time to go. So we'll just keep on watering them just about almost every day and see what they'll do for us. Okay. This other side of the bed here, we have nothing in it as yet, but later on down we will be filling it up and getting it ready for planting something. So we're gonna go ahead right now and we are gonna move over here to our tomato plants. Now I know that these tomatoes right here was actually one of the things that I did not bring to you guys, but just want to show y'all here how the tomatoes they are doing. And as y'all can see, they are real nice and looking real good, and I cannot wait to go ahead and taste some of these real nice delicious tomatoes here. And we're gonna walk down the row and just talk a little bit about the tomatoes. And if y'all check in the previous video, y'all can see we've been hit by frost with these tomatoes here. Not these one. These one was a replant that we came back in and replanted them. But we're gonna work our way on down just to show y'all what we have going on here inside of the garden. Now these tomato plants right here was volunteered. Okay, these was just popped up out there in the garden and I took them and replanted them inside of this garden bed here. But come to find out what kind of tomato they are, they're actually cherry tomatoes. Okay?
Or grape, looking like
All right,
grape.
well, cherry or grape, you know, hey.
I think those might be cherry back there.
Okay. And so I believe it's about 4 or 5 cherry tomatoes that were planted inside of this garden here. And we did not know what kind of tomato we were planting, but nonetheless, we are happy and thankful for whatever we get here in the garden. And so we're just moving on down. These right here are our beefsteak tomatoes. And these one right here, we started from seed on the inside. And guys, unfortunately, these were some of the tomatoes here that was hit by the frost. I was ready to pull them on out, but my wife said, hey, leave them, you know, and so that's what I went ahead and did. But as y'all can see, they're not doing that good. I think the production could have been a little bit better. But over here, we have one that is just showing out. You know, he or she is showing out. We have some real nice, when I say real nice big beefsteak here. Let me see if I can show y'all. Look at that there, guys. That is a big one. We have also some clusters on up inside of here. And over here we have a couple more cherry tomatoes that is loaded. And that was also another volunteer plant there. And this here is also, is this a cherry tomato?
I think this is the yellow pear tomatoes that we planted.
Okay. And so back here we have another beefsteak, and over there we have some paste tomatoes that we planted. We have some that's starting to ripen up, but nonetheless, that is it right there for our tomatoes. Now we're going to move on over here to the next couple of rows that we have, and let's talk a little bit about what we got going on inside of those rows there. Okay, and so now we are right here in the row where we planted our snow peas. Guys, don't get me wrong, right now they are looking real ugly, and the reason for that is because we have harvested so many peas off of these snow peas here. But what you're seeing right here is just some leftovers that we're gonna leave to go to seed, so we can have our own peas, own seeds, so whenever we come out here we can plant those and keep that same, you know, genetics going here in this garden here. But
Our goal
nonetheless-
is to actually plant them for the fall garden.
well, yes.
So we want to
And
leave them
so,
to dry.
You know, and you know, hey, like I say, I was ready to pull these up, and she said, "Hey, leave them," and so that's what I went ahead and did. And just one of the things I want to talk about right here, if y'all can see what's going on here in this garden, and I need to go ahead and take this on out. Unfortunately, I do not have any of my callaloo that are going to seed, so we won't have any kind of pollination issue. But this right here, guys, is actually a wild callaloo plant. You know, and for some reason that thing got thorns on it. But I got to come on in here and take that on out, because that is not the class of callaloo that we grow here on the homestead, and we do not want to mess up, our good callaloo that we have on in here. But nonetheless, we're gonna go ahead and start here with this row and just talk a little bit about what we have going on with this row. Now, one of the thing is, callaloo is one of our things that we plant plenty of it here on the homestead, guys. So as we go throughout, you're gonna see callaloo in plenty of the rows, but this right here is our callaloo that we plant here on the homestead, and as y'all can see, we have a nice little long row of callaloo, and they're looking good. These right here are actually ready to be harvested, and tomorrow is going to be that day, guys. And if you don't know what callaloo is, it's like Jamaican spinach, okay? And it is real good for you. Helps to build your iron up, good stomach health. But we'll get into that another day on another video. So we're just gonna work our way on down through here. You coming through, baby?
Yeah, I'm coming.
All right. And so here we are over here where we planted our cabbages. Now we have harvested quite a bit of cabbage out of here, and we have some that is left over that we actually need to go ahead and get on up out of here. Right now they're looking a little ugly, but we can just cut them and peel the layers back, and we have some real nice head of cabbages. Now what I'm going to be doing with these empty rows here, that when I cut these cabbage, I will be coming back in to plant more callaloo, guys, because we have quite a bit of callaloo suckers that we need to get into the ground. And this whole row over here, we also had cabbages over here inside of this row. And so what we went ahead and did when we took up all the cabbages, we came back through planting some more bell peppers, and so far they're moving a little bit slow, but I think they just have to get established into this ground, then they'll be taking off like they always do. And this is a whole nother row right here of bell peppers. Whole nother row of bell peppers. And previously, what we had planted over here was those dinosaur kales. We had a real good harvest out of those, but unfortunately it started getting hot, and so we had to get rid of them, put something in that loved the heat. And so down here we still have some collards that are doing real good. So right here we have some collards, and as y'all can see, they are still bushing out. It's actually time to go ahead and harvest these collards here. They are looking real good. Definitely one of those things that you want to put inside of your kitchen and get a nice good meal out of them. I think my wife, we'll see what she'll do for us. But over here, and one of the things is, guys, maybe either this fall or next year, one of the things that I'm going to be doing here is running me a drip system inside of this garden here. This garden here have expanded so much over since we've been here about a year and some change. We've been here about 1 year now, and this garden here have expanded so much, guys. And so I just think it is time for us to go ahead, run a drip system on inside of here, so that way we can go ahead and let's work all the way around. If I could just turn the hose on to get some water running, that is something else that I could be doing while the drip system is taking care of all this water here. And over here we have our beets. Now these beets here, they have done so good, but one of the thing is that I was a little bit kind of late on them. We had a little bit of bugs that come in and ate the leaves off of them, but I'm telling you, what is down here in the ground is some real nice beets. We have real nice beets down here. I think I might just pull one on out for y'all. But that is it right there. It's a real nice beet, you know, and it varies on sizes inside of this bed here. Okay, and so over here on this side is where we came in and planted. We came on in and planted some more squash, planted more summer squash, and so they have taken off real nice. And what I'm going to be doing is coming in with my stake to go ahead and start training them to run up the stake like you see here. And so and you know what that does when you keep them on a stake like that there, guys, it helps when you come into water. You can just go ahead and water just the base of your squash and not overhead watering, because last year we had a little issue when we would come out and water our squash. We overhead water, and that's when we had a lot of issue with diseases, you know, that powdery mildew and all that different kind of stuff. But this year we have definitely seen a big difference here in the garden. No powdery mildew, as y'all can see. The leaves, they are looking real nice. Vine borers, we had no issues. Of course, I did a video on the vine borers. And our squash bugs, no issue as well. They have been looking real good. Now, one of the things, sometimes you come out here and you'll find the eggs up underneath the leaves. And what we'll do, we'll just go ahead and crush those eggs and move on with our day. But we have the squash and zucchini that are coming up real nicely, guys. And so we're gonna go ahead and move on down here to the carrots. And so here we are with the carrot beds. Oh, well, I'm gonna say carrot bed and tomato beds is what we went ahead and did. We left these tomatoes inside of here to grow with the carrots, and you know, so far they have been doing real good. Now, as y'all can see, this tomato is all up in my walkway, but I'm gonna let him go ahead and stay. It has so many blossoms on it, and I believe this is another cherry tomato right here. And I think what happened with these cherry tomatoes here is when I went ahead and feed my chickens. Yes, I feed my chickens, and I came through with that manure and spread it out in the garden. That's how we end up with cherry tomatoes all over the garden. But nonetheless, I'm pretty sure we will enjoy them, and someone will enjoy them as well. Now, here we have the carrots. We have already been harvesting from out of this patch right here, and they are real nice size. Like I said, the sizes on them, they varies. And that's a nice cluster of beets right there. Even though I'm on carrots, but look at that. Nice little cluster of beets. All right, and so what we're gonna go ahead and do now, we are gonna go ahead and move on over to where we have our bell peppers planted and a little bit more callaloo planted, and then we're gonna, well, we gotta go on to the back side because we gotta take you over there so you can see. Let's go. And so, guys, right here in this particular spot right here, we have shallots. My wife wanted to plant some shallots, and so we went ahead and planted some shallots. Now, I have to come in and do a little bit of weeding inside of here to get rid of some of these weeds inside of here. But these are the shallots, and you know, they're looking okay, you know, but nonetheless, we are gonna go ahead and get on this row right here. And of course, as y'all can see, more callaloo. People love the callaloo, so I gotta plant them. But guys, right here is the other section where we planted our bell peppers. Okay, now I have planted bell peppers in the past, and in the past, and in the past, but this year, this year, these bell peppers they showed out, and all I can do is just say thank you, God. But you know, they have shown out. Look at here. This right here, we got a cluster. This one is big. And now it is about that time for it to be harvested. But what we're going to do, we're going to let some of these bell peppers here go ahead and be vine ripened. And if you can look down here on this side, look at that. That is another big one around here on that side, guys. And even throughout here, look at that. This is just one bell pepper plant. Now I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 little. There's a little one here. Make 8. This plant has 8 bell peppers on it, and they are humongous. And this is not even the biggest bell pepper plant. The biggest bell peppers that are over here. Now we go throughout. You can see what's going on here with these bell peppers. Look at that. Those things are huge, huge. And you can see down here at the bottom, it is, oh my goodness. They are just all over. Look at here on this backside. And this is the same plant. See this? Do you see that? Do you see that? Now what I have to do, because I have these bell peppers laying here on the ground, and they're just big. And because they're laying on the ground, what I had to do, I had to come through with my neem oil. I had to come through with that neem and that soap and spray those bell peppers, the ones that are sitting on the ground, guys. Because yes, those vine borers will burrow into the sweet pepper as well. So that's why I came through and I sprayed those. But I'll just show y'all a couple more plants. Right there is another bell pepper there. Look at that one. And we had to come on inside of here and harvest some because it just wasn't enough room in there for them to grow. You know, this one here got a few on there. I want to show you another one. This was a big one. Look at that. And so what I also had to do, I had to come on inside of here and I had to stake up these bell peppers, you know, to keep them from toppling over. You know, but nonetheless, just wanted to show you guys here a couple of these bell pepper plants that we have that is just showing out here on the homestead. And I believe should be one that have a big old bell peppers. I'm trying to see if I find it.
I think I may have picked it and cooked it.
Huh?
I think I cooked it.
You picked it?
Maybe. They all big.
Yeah, but that one was real big. But nonetheless, guys, that there is our bell peppers. And so now what I'm gonna go ahead and do, I'm gonna step on in. Look at what we have here. Whew. You see it? Yeah. More callaloo. More callaloo. It's just an abundance of callaloo. Now, baby, you know you're gonna have to go on down and come on around. So we gotta show them the sweet potatoes.
I'm gonna walk that way.
Go that way?
Yeah.
Is that the shortcut?
I don't know. Well, it's a shortcut for me.
Go ahead on. I'll meet you over there.
I think that's a shortcut. I might be wrong by the time I get that way.
Guys, and another thing, real quick. Now, these callaloo right here, in previous years I used to space these callaloo, say about 24 inches, 2 foot. But this year I had to go up to, what, 20 or 30? I want to say 30 inches on these callaloo. And y'all can see why.
I'll show them from the side in just a
You can
minute.
see you see
I'm
it.
still
But
trying to get
better
out over here.
explain to you guys why I had to space these callaloo the way I did, because I can show you
So-
better than I can tell you.
This is a row. Where the walkway is, couldn't tell you. This is a row.
Yep,
He's actually walking down the walkway,
down the road. And
if that's a walkway.
look at there, guys. Now I want to show y'all something real quick. What these callaloo here are doing. If y'all look down here, don't know if y'all can see it, but look at this. These are all feeder roots that these callaloo is sending out, and they are all throughout the row. Look at this right here. All of those are feeder roots that this callaloo is putting out. And when it's all said and done, I'm going to show you what the stalks, what the, you know, the trunk of this callaloo looks like. They are going to swell up so big at the end of the season, guys. Okay? And so, well, while my wife is on her way over there, we're going to make a pit stop right here at another cherry tomato. Oh my goodness. They are just all over. But look at here.
Oh, it's cherry tomato and
Cherry
grape tomato.
tomatoes.
Oh, the two of them.
Cherry tomatoes. And we have one that is ripe. Go ahead and give a little sample.
You
To
gonna
see
eat the
what
whole
they-
thing by yourself?
I'll share it with you.
Okay.
You want me to share it with you,
Yeah.
baby? Mmm.
Thank
Woo! That is, tell me that ain't sweet.
That's the only one you saw.
Hey. Tell me that is not sweet.
That's delicious.
Here's the most side.
That was the only one ready?
Hey, that's the only one, baby. But this right here was another volunteer plant. I guess I'm gonna say thanks to the chickens, because whoo,
And it's loaded.
that is delicious, yeah. Got tomatoes all over. And the thing about it is, guys, now I know I don't have this tomato plant here inside of a trellis, but I'm gonna tell you something with tomatoes, right? That's why when you go and plant your tomatoes, that's why it is real good for you to go ahead and plant your tomatoes. Say for instance, if this is where your root ball is for your tomatoes. So this is the root. What you want to do is pluck these leaves off and pluck that one off and plant your tomato about that deep inside of the ground. I'm going to show you something real quick. And the reason why I said that is because if you see all these little ears that's on these tomato plant, those right there will actually develop root system for your tomatoes. Okay, now if you look right here, those ears that I was telling you about, look at that. That is roots. And so what happens when this tomato here hit the ground, whenever these right here hit the ground right here like that, what's gonna happen is they're gonna put out roots. So this whole thing right here, I can't pick it up because it is just burrowed down into the ground with roots, you know. And so that's why it's good to plant your tomato plants very deep when you're planting them. But you know, nonetheless, it's a garden update, not a lesson. So come on over, let me go ahead and
I'm gonna try. I don't want to step on them. Hold on.
what, you need my help, babe? Don't step on them now.
You more concerned about the tomatoes than you
No,
are.
no.
Okay.
You know, I'm concerned about you too, but I'm just saying. You got it? You got
Yeah.
it? There
There
you
we go.
go. All right, we made it. We made it.
We made it to
over
the sweet
here
potato land.
To the sweet potato.
Potato and callaloo.
Hey, last year, so what's going on here? Last year, this right in the back here, I had my callaloo to go to seed. That's the ones I went ahead and seed. And as y'all can see, there are seed babies everywhere. Everywhere in this garden. But these here are the sweet potatoes, they are they're doing good for the most part.
These are moving a little slow right here because we had a rabbit
Yes.
that decided to come in and nibble off the tops.
Yep. So, and unfortunately, yeah, that rabbit came through and ate the tops off. But nonetheless, I think they'll go ahead and bounce back up, which they are bouncing back up since he came through and ate the tops. Those ones over there, they are just moving. They are moving. They're doing real good. And so that is it right there for our sweet potatoes. So now what we're gonna go ahead and do, we're gonna move you all on down to the other side so that way we can go ahead and show you all what is going on down there at the other side. So come on along.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to find my way out
Come
of the
on,
jungle.
step right here. You're good, baby. Step
Okay.
right where I step at and walk down the road.
Okay. Step where you step, huh?
Yep. You can't miss it.
The road that I can't find.
Just follow the yellow brick road.
Okay.
And so last year, we're gonna make another quick little
A
stop.
little quick pit stop.
Last year, we planted potatoes. This was where originally our potato patch was. And so I came over here. Well, in the process of planting, I seen it and I just went ahead and leave them. But we have, look here, potatoes coming up over here in this bed here. And I think we'll be harvesting those when we get ready to harvest those so we can see what they
Okay.
do.
Nice.
All right. Come on through the little callaloo field.
And to be honest, the only reason why I'm able to come through this section of the callaloo is because this portion was planted, I think, a week or two after this particular section over here. So these, I can kind of see the rows just a little bit for now. But once they catch up with the rest of them, I think it's going to be a little bit difficult. But we're almost out of callaloo jungle. And we're out.
So guys, now we are out of the sweet potatoes and the callaloo field. Now we are here with the butternut squash. These are some squash here that we planted, started the seed inside and brought them out here when the time was just right. It's, you know, nice and warm. And so these here is our butternut squash. We actually had a couple that putting on squash, but I don't know. I don't know if it's because it's too hot or maybe I'm getting a little, maybe a root rot or something, or maybe too much water. We had a big rain that came through. I don't know if it's because of the rain while we're having a little issue here with these butternut squash, but nonetheless, as y'all can see right here, we have one that is doing good and, you know, came on. I believe this one was not pollinated. This one came out when we had all that rain and maybe the bees, they were just not as active as they supposed to been. But I don't know if it's too much heat why these one is drooping, but later on I will come out and check and see if that's what the issue is. And so right here is our butternut squash. And so right now I'm gonna go ahead and take you guys on over here till you know it. Let me see if y'all can guess. What is this right here? Can y'all guess what this is right here? I know y'all already know. This right here, guys, is our Scotchy babies. And I'm telling you, these things here, they have taken off. Shoosh, I came through and I did some pruning and different little stuff like that. And man, y'all can see the difference. But I just want to show y'all here a little bit what's going on. These are some here that I took the middle out of. And so y'all can see how it is growing. This right here is going to be a real nice support plant. And later on down, what I want to do, I'm gonna come on in and do a video for you guys because we had a couple of questions that I want to answer when I come out to do that video. Okay, but I just want to show y'all what these Scotchy babies here are doing. Look on that, brethren. Look this, so Scotchy babies, the real Jamaican Scotchy. Can't get it no better than that. Look on this one here. I want to show you guys this one here. This here is a big old pepper. See how that pepper big? Pepper big, brethren. And so I'm gonna go ahead and let that one right there ripen on this plant here. I think I'll go ahead and probably that one special I'm gonna keep for seeds. That thing is huge. Okay, but nonetheless, that right there, and these things, I'm telling you, they have just been blossoming like crazy. Okay, and so that right there is our Scotchy babies. And like I said, y'all stay tuned because I have a video coming when I'm gonna come back in and do a little bit more pruning and also a little bit more, I'm not gonna give it away. I'm gonna bring y'all when it's time. But I got give one of just a little bit of the Jamaican twang for me. You know what I say? Look on this here right here, so. Look on this here. Y'all can see. Look at that. The Scotchy. Now I think this one here might be a different variety of Scotchy. Just looking at how this one here is growing, but nonetheless, we'll figure out what variety that is once it grows up and get big. And here we go. So for all the Scotchy fans that are out there that are waiting on some of these Scotchy here, soon and very soon we will have Scotchy ready for you guys. Okay, so that right there is the little update for our Scotch bonnet peppers. All right, guys, and like I said, more callaloo. Okay, and so moving on over, right here we have our tunnel, and this right here is where we plant our, I'm gonna let y'all guess. Can y'all tell me in the comment what kind of plant this is? Can y'all tell me what kind of plant this is? I think y'all know, I already know what kind of plant this is, but just gonna go ahead and reveal a few. And guys, my wife, she been coming out here and picking every day. I think we have another one down here. Oh, babes, I think you missed some. Look at this.
It look like I did miss some.
Look at that. You done missed that one.
And this one too.
Ooh, that is pretty. That is a pretty
What about
plant.
the one next to it down on the ground?
Where? This one? Oh yeah, you missed that one.
Well, I'll be having some
Still
cucumbers
gotta fill out a
tonight.
little bit. I think you missed this one too. Ooh, it's big. Uh-oh. Look on that. Look at that there, guys. That is cucumbers. Now, you remember the varieties that we have over here?
Nope.
I think we're gonna.
I know there's a pickle and cucumber on the other side.
Yeah, definitely. That's what we did. We mixed the varieties that we planted. I think we're gonna have to start writing names when we're planting so we can better remember. And so, real quick, what we did here with our cucumbers, I'm gonna share with you guys here what we do. These one right here was planted before these one over here. I want to say they are about 3 weeks apart.
Let me back up and then they can see better.
Right.
So
And
what he was saying is this section here on the first trellis, we planted 2 different varieties, one on this side, one on the other side. And then 3 to 4 weeks later, we came and planted here. So this is our second succession of cucumbers.
Yes, and so what we're going to be doing later on down over here, we are going to go ahead and plant another set right on this side, on that side right there. So, and the reason why we do it that way, so that way we throughout the summer we can always come on out and harvest cucumbers, because my wife, she loves cucumbers. She make the best, well, I'm not gonna say the best, but yeah, baby, you know you make the best. She makes some real nice cucumber juice, cucumber and ginger juice.
Very refreshing, especially in this
Yes.
summer heat.
Yes, that's all. I'm speechless. That's all I can say, but it is real good. Now, so as these cucumber right here starting to die back, these right here will be coming in, and they will
Coming
be
on strong.
producing, and so we can just clean that up. Maybe we can even, if we have enough time, we can even plant some more inside of this spot here. Now we're gonna take you on over here to the other side, to just kind of show you a little bit of the pickled cucumbers that we have on this side here.
I think I
I
left
think you
one.
might have picked them off.
No, I think I saw one
I
earlier.
see one, yep. And so right
It's too
here is the pickled cucumbers. Pickled cucumber. Oh my goodness. Have you ever seen this before?
Nope,
What's going on here?
they heavy.
This thing has 3 cucumbers coming off of one vine. Off of one, I've never seen that before. Have never
They
seen that.
happy.
Well, that's good.
Happy, happy, joy, joy.
But, you know, and the beauty about it is with this trellis here, guys, as y'all can see what is going on here, they are just running like crazy. And what I like, and what what I want to be able to come in here and do when they get all the way over to the top, you just come on in, reach, and pluck me a cucumber and be out. You know, I find myself now like almost every day eating me like a whole cucumber, split it in half, sprinkle just a little, not much salt,
Pink
but just
salt.
a little pink Himalayan salt on it, and man, just go to work. And I'm telling you, it is real good and refreshing. Now, so this is gonna conclude. You want to show them the cabbage? We're showing, it's a garden update, right? Come on, let's show them a little bit of the, the leftover cabbage we have.
It's not
over here.
leftover, those are claimed.
Well, yes. Okay, guys, and so before we take you guys on down there to the orchard, we're gonna make a pit stop over here where we have the figs. Now, I guess I'm gonna call it what? The fig collection, maybe? I don't know. Fig collection. My wife just have this thing where she love figs, and of course, what that leads me to come on out here and plant figs, tend to the figs. And so as y'all can see, these figs here, they are real nice and healthy. We have some more back here behind us that are just looking real good.
And all of this is pretty much new growth. Back in the winter where we
Yes.
showed you those clippings that we had, these are pretty much those. See how tall they are? Sure, I'll
And-
pick up another.
And another thing is, guys, and this one getting ready to put on fruit. Look at that. And
Clipping here, new growth
all the way there.
here.
And another thing is, guys, remember, like I tell you, if you ever out on the road and you're just riding, or you stop at maybe somebody's house and you look and you see a fig plant, hey, ask them, hey, can I have a cutting off your fig tree? Because this is what this came from right here. It was, we went to a place and they had figs, and we took some cuttings and we came home and we rooted them. And so this right here now is what we have. The same thing with these figs over here. Now I have to go ahead and put them in a bigger pot so they can go ahead and shoot up like these ones here. But these fig plants, all of them, and this right here is a black Negro fig, and all of them came from cuttings from when we stopped somewhere, and we just got a new fig plant that we stopped somewhere and we actually got some cuttings again. So And I'll show you that real quick. Here it is right here. This right here was, we stopped, pick up a fig plant and brought it home and we rooted it. And look at how good it's doing right now. As y'all can see, it is taking off. Okay, and right here we have some pumpkins that we planted, and those right there will be soon to be transplanted over into the other garden. And right here we have some more Scotch bonnet peppers that we have in pots. And now this one right here, my brother Dan at the Permaculture Food Forest, my brother sent us here some mulberry cutting, and so that is what this is right here. And like I told you, as soon as I come out, finish with the video, I will be outside putting it in a pot, and that's exactly what I did, and it just took off even more. Okay, and so I believe that is it. You want to show them now the fig cutting that we had got and rooted? Why not? Let's show it to them. And so guys, this one right here, also, I don't know what variety of fig it is just yet.
Oh, I named it.
Oh, you named it?
Yeah.
What did you name it?
It's an NY fig.
Okay.
NY, neighbor's yard.
Okay, con. And so, the neighbor came and gave us a cutting off of this fig here. And so, actually, it is about that time for them to move on down there in the orchard where they're going to be, their home is going to be permanent. And so, we're going to probably plant figs all over the homestead, because my wife, she do make fig preserves and fig jellies and all that different kind of stuff. So hey, we will have our own figs here on the homestead, and so I'm gonna bring you guys along with us when we get ready to plant those. But nonetheless, I think that is it right here for our fig. So we're gonna go ahead and take you all on down there to the
What's
orchard.
that behind you in the pot?
In the pot.
To your
Oh,
left.
this? Oh.
Yes.
Well, I think, if you are from the island where I am from, I think you may know what this is. Now, what I'm going to do, if y'all watch the video all the way throughout, I'm not going to talk much about this plant right here. So what I want you guys to do is leave something in the comment letting me know what kind of plant this is right here, guys. Now I'll tell you a little bit about when I was growing up.
Nope, don't give it away.
Don't give it away?
What we'll do,
Okay.
if you can correctly identify what this plant is, I'll get closer so you can see the
show me real good,
characteristics.
yep.
It is blooming, so there are flowers on it. Let me get them to zoom. Or let me see another, because I want you guys to be able to properly identify. I'll show you the leaf structure. If you can properly identify this plant, we will send you
a piece.
a piece.
That's right.
And there you have it.
So if you can, and then it is real easy to root. When you get it, put it in some water and let the roots come out, and then put it in the dirt.
I'll be fair about it. Here we go, guys.
And I'm telling you, man, it's like I want to kind of give it away,
Nope,
but
you can't do it.
okay, I'll do a video later on down on it, but
There you go.
man, this take me all the way back to my childhood.
Flowers. Trying to get it to zoom so that you can see, but either way, you should be able to identify this easily. So there you have it. If you could identify that plant that is a beloved plant on the island of Jamaica, then we will send you a cutting.
That's right. All right, guys, and so I think it's about that time now for us to head on down there to the orchard. Let's go. Okay, guys, and so now we are down here at the orchard, and so we just talk a little bit about what we have going on right here. Now these right here is another variety of pumpkins. These right here are pumpkins. Now if you notice what I went ahead and did, I plant them far away from the other ones. And the reason for that is because I do not want them to cross pollinate. Okay? So that's why I did such a far distance away from these one versus the other ones. So these here is another variety of pumpkins. This right here is actually, what's that, plum cot?
Is it
Apricot.
apricot?
Yes, this right here is the apricot. And I'm telling you, these June bugs down here, they are very out of hand.
Disrespectful.
Yes, but nonetheless, I'll come and take care of that. I just noticed that we have these June bugs on here. But this right here is pumpkins, guys. Over here, we have cantaloupes. And as y'all can see, we have a couple of cantaloupes that are coming up, looking real nice. And what I did, cantaloupe
Two
here.
behind you.
We have one more, and we have a little baby that is coming up. And as y'all can see, what I did here with the orchard. Now, I want y'all to take something away from this here. If you guys have orchard, what y'all need to do with your orchard so you can get the most out of it, okay? If y'all can look behind me here, this is where I have my watermelon patch. And it is watermelon all throughout there. And unfortunately, I won't be able to go in there and show y'all what the watermelons are doing right now, but I think it may be a couple over there on the back side that I can probably show to you guys. Now, one of the things, if y'all look here, if y'all see, I have these little flags here inside of the garden. What those are for is so I can identify where the roots of the plant is, so that whenever I come down to water, I can penetrate my hose directly in that area, because that is where the root is. Now, y'all can come on down a little bit and just look at this here. How good this here is working, where you're planting your fruit trees, you know, planting your running plants like
Vines.
your watermelons, your pumpkins and different stuff like that. It's not hindering this tree at all. It's not hurting it at all. So instead of you just leaving this spot down here just for fruit trees, go ahead and plant something else in it, so that way you can get the most out of your orchard area.
And that is actually one of our persimmon trees.
Yes, it's a persimmon tree here, and
Giant
it's doing
fuyu.
real good. Okay, and so over here, right here, I have me a couple more cantaloupe that I've planted, and I just planted those a couple of days ago, and so they're coming up real slowly, but eventually they'll be running all over the place. Now, here, let me see if I can get on down here without.
Oh, you want me to come up there?
anything. You can if you want. Just want to show them. Got one little one.
Let me walk around.
And so right here, guys, right here we have a watermelon coming.
It looks like a Charleston grape.
And so in due time, that watermelon will be looking good. And as y'all can see here, you see that scar there in the back of that watermelon? That is where the bees came in and pollinated that plant there. They scraped it when they was in there, and that's where that came from. But and all the way over there is we have some sugar cane that you're looking at. Those are sugar cane, and we also have some more butternut squash over there in that area that are voluntarily. They just came up. That was actually where we have our compost bed, and so those plants came from out of the compost. But that butternut squash is huge. I'm just so sorry I can't show it to you guys, but we're gonna move on down here to the bottom and just show you all a little bit more of what we have going on here. Okay, all right, come on. Okay, guys, and so we are here in another patch of pumpkins. Okay, and remember, if you don't want to cross-pollinate your pumpkins with squashes and all that different other kind of stuff, please be sure to separate them, give them a good distance in between, so that way your pumpkin plant will stay true and you can keep planting that seed over and over again without any worrying about what the next what the next breed may look like. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, we are actually about done down here in the orchard. As y'all can see, we have the fruit trees planted throughout, and everything is coming along nicely so far, and for that I am thankful. I'm thankful. Okay, now, and there is actually a couple more watermelons throughout here that I just won't be able to get up in there. It is so thick right now, but I'm pretty sure later on down when that harvest time comes, we'll bring you guys along with us to show you what these watermelon did for us here on the homestead. And we're actually gonna take the way that we came in, because
Yes, we are, because I'm not trying to get shocked.
my wife is afraid of the electric fence. So are the sheeps. Okay, so what we're gonna go ahead and do, guys, we're gonna take the way that we came in and head on down to the bottom garden so we can go ahead and show y'all what's going on down there at the bottom garden. It has been so many different little changes since we did the last video. So come on along and let's get it done. Guys, and so now we are here down at the bottom garden. Now, I don't believe this right here was a section. I don't believe I've brought you guys to show y'all this section here. Now, this right here is our okra patch, our okra field. But guys, I am telling you, these things here, they are spitting out okras like crazy. We are getting okras just about every day, guys. Look at that there. We have some real nice okra, and they are all throughout, and the funny thing about it is, even though you see that okra right there, as big as it is right there, it is still soft and tender. Okay, we have been getting a lot of rain, and these things, they just they took off. But this here is our okra. Now we have a video coming now, because of course, I have to brought you guys in to give y'all a update on the okras. So we have a video coming. So I'm not gonna talk too much about the okras, because that right there will explain itself in the video that is coming, guys. So what we're gonna be doing now, we are gonna go ahead and move on over to our Silver Queen corn and our red kidney beans that we planted. I want to say probably about some months now. Okay, guys. So here we are with our Silver Queen corn, and as y'all can see, they have been tasseled and also putting out ears of corn. Now some of these corn here, as y'all can see here, we have some that are putting out two ears, and we also have some that are pushing out one. Now I'm telling you, these corn, they were looking so beautiful, they were looking good. And guys, of course, in the video that we did, we had those beetles came in and they just tore the roots of the corn up. When I say it was tore up, it was tore up. And what I did, what I had to do, I came down here, I'll show you right here. When I came down, what I had to do, because the beetle ate the stalk all the way down, I had to come in with some sticks to hold it on up. And as y'all can see, they have been working real good to support these corn here. Now, these red kidney beans, that we planted. And another thing I want to show y'all, if y'all can look down the row and y'all see all those corn right there is missing, I think I can show you better than I can tell you what did that. Those fellas over there, they came in one day and they mowed this whole row down. That's why you see there is no corn inside of these rows here. They came through and they ate them all up. Okay, they went in on them. And so yes, we missed quite a bit of corn here, but when I get done, I'm gonna take you all over here on the other side to show you the replacement that the Most High have blessed us with here. I'm gonna show y'all in just a moment. Now, so what I'm gonna do down here, you could come on down here, and I'll go ahead and I'm just gonna go ahead and snip right there our red beans and our red kidney beans, and as y'all can see, guys, they are ready to be harvested, and that's what we're gonna actually come in and do. We're gonna go ahead and come on in and harvest these beans here, and you know when they are ready. I think I will show y'all that when I come down to harvest. I'm not gonna give it away right now.
Oh, your
And
goat
so-
eating my
oh,
okra,
look
man.
at there. That's what I'm telling you. You gotta
I'll
watch
hold
this
those.
goat. Look at there. Look
Did
at
she
it.
get? I'll
She
hold
is
those.
eating the okras, guys. And so that's what we have to deal with here on the homestead. And so what happened was there was a breach in the fence. Apparently somebody done, I don't know how it got opened, but there was a breach in the fence and they got out and they went in on the corn. They tore them up. But nonetheless, our red kidney beans, they are ready to be harvested. That's what I said. The beans will be ready before the corn. And yes, they are ready. Yes, I heard you. And so what we're gonna go ahead and do, we're gonna come on down and harvest these beans here, and so that way we can have them real nice and not dry. We're gonna cook these one right here while they're still fresh, okay? And so
Some of them.
I would put these here on the fence, but I'm not doing it, not with them goats. So I'm gonna rest this right here, and I'm gonna come back on in. And so what we're gonna go ahead and do, we're gonna take you guys on around on the other side now. These right here is the Silver Queen corn. We're gonna take you on all over there where we planted our peaches and cream. Let's go. Okay, guys, and so here we are where we planted our peaches and cream corn, and also we did came on in and planted some purple whole peas inside of here. Now, one of the thing is these peaches and cream corn, they took off so fast, and so I think they might have choked out my purple whole peas. But the way how you would want to do that to keep that from happening is you give your corn enough space in between to where that it won't choke them out. But nonetheless, we are gonna go ahead and see what they do. I think they'll do just fine. I'm not worrying about it. But another thing that I want to show you, like I said, those goat, they came and tore the corn up over there on that side. They did try to get a little bit on this side here, but they didn't eat as much. But guys, I have never seen it before, but I'm seeing it here on the homestead, and I'm so thankful and happy. These corn right here, I can show you better than I can tell you. If you look right down here, these are ears that are coming out. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, guys. You have 4 ears of corn coming out on one stalk. I have never seen it. Now, some people who grow corn probably seen it, but I've grown corn before, but this is my first time. My first time seeing it here, guys. And so what I'm gonna be doing later on down, I have to come on in. And another thing, y'all let me know if this is something that you guys have experienced on y'all homestead or on your guys' farm. Let me know if this is something y'all experienced. Now, what I want to do right here, I want to bring you guys down low just to kind of show you all what's going on here. Now, this right here, if y'all can see, this was just one corn that I planted. One corn I planted here. Now I want to bring it down here so y'all can see what's going on here. Let me cut some of these back so y'all can see. I want y'all to be able to see. Let me know if this happens here, happen on your guys, on y'all homestead, because yeah, this is something that is new for me. But look right here, guys. I planted one corn inside of this row, inside of this hole right here, but I have two came out of there, and two corn stalk came out, and these two here are healthy, and they are still getting ready to put on that ear.
Is it 2 or 3?
It's 3 actually. I got one little baby back here in the back, but I'm just focusing on these 2 big ones that came out, and it's going on all the way down the row. There's another one. Now these 2 right here is not as healthy as the one I just showed you over there, but guys, I never seen anything like it before.
And the one next to it?
It's all the way down.
It's all the way down.
Yeah,
the road.
I never seen anything like it. So if you guys have experienced this on your homestead, please share that with me, okay? Because I'm telling you, I've planted corn before and I never seen anything like it. Never. And y'all can see this one here got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got this big one here and you got these 3 little small ones. Never seen it. And as y'all can see right here, this corn right here as well is putting out anchor roots. And so what that does right there, guys, if when the wind come through real strong, what will happen, this corn will not topple over. It will stay in place. But like I said, let me know if that is something you guys are experiencing on your homestead, where you plant one corn and you get in 3-4 stalks out of one corn. Never seen it in my life. First time here on the homestead, but nonetheless, I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful. But guys, last but not least, guys, right here I have another row of Silver Queen corn and also red kidney beans planted, and as y'all can see, the germination rate is real good. They are coming up real nice and strong. Now I don't know what's going on with this one here, but well, I guess that one doesn't bite the dust. But guys, they are looking so good. Look at these corn here. They are real nice and strong. And what I'm going to be doing, because right now they are in the process of going into tasseling and also bringing out some ears of corn. And so what I'm going to be coming in to do is hit them with some more nitrogen, that same organic mix that I show you guys what I did with these corn here. And you look at what's going on here. I'm just thankful. I'm just thankful. I'm thankful. Look at this. This is another one. One corn, and you got 2 strong stalks. Please, I'm amused. So please, if this is something you guys experience, I want to just let me know. Okay, please let me know. Look at that. One corn. One corn.
One
2,
corn,
3, 4
one
stalks.
corn kernel.
One corn kernel, yes. Just one.
Several corn
But
stalks.
guys, and this right here is the peaches and cream variety. So if y'all have this happen, I can't say it enough. If y'all have this happen here on y'all homestead, just leave a comment down there in the box. But guys, that right there is gonna be it for this video here. And just a real quick before I close it out, real quick demonstration. You see right here, look what I have. I have one corn in each hole. So I'm just letting y'all see that I did not put 2 corns inside of here, just one. But
Oh, we posted the video when we planted.
yes, we did. That is true. So you could
It
go and
was
check
only
that
one.
video. Check that video on out. But yes, but guys, that is it right there. The complete. Now I don't think I've left anything out. This is the complete tour of the Humble Servant Homestead Garden. So, you know, you guys like the content you guys got here today, go ahead, throw a thumbs up, like, and subscribe, guys, and share this video with someone you think it may be helpful to. Check out Humble Servant Homestead on Facebook and also on Instagram. Okay, guys, and remember, get outside and play in the dirt and put a smile on your face and be happy. Okay, and have a blessed day.